Welcome to December Daily Day 5. So kind of crazy. I mean, halfway through the first week of documenting, and I don't know, that just feels fast to me for some reason. It's probably not, but it just feels like that. So anyway, let me grab our stream here for tonight. And there we go. Okay, so this is day 4, my little story about some of my past December dailies. I actually have a shelf, actually 2 shelves in my Calyx unit with the rest of them in that are more structured like a 6x8. These are the ones that I kind of made, and then my little decoration and just a fun little red, white, and green and blue page. So tonight, I'm going to scrapbook this photo of my book stack for December reading. So every year, I read a lot of Christmas books. So hey Tammy, welcome. Good to see you again. So every December, I read lots of Christmas books and lots of Christmas romance, but other stuff too. I'm doing a historical fiction one called Last Christmas in Paris right now about Christmas during World War I. So lots of different things. And I like to document that every year, that this is what I'm intending to read for the month. Excuse me. I really like to theme read for Christmas especially. So I'm going to use this. This could have gone in this page protector, or even I thought about like two of these 4x6s, because you could do, one page here, one page there, like do a 4x6 in both and make it 2 quick pages. But I'm going to actually put it in 4 pockets. And the reason I decided to do this is I decided to get my confetti in early. Now, just so you know, I'm not going to do my confetti live because that involves using my fuse tool and heat and that kind of stuff. So I'll do that at some point tomorrow. So when I come back and do my page tomorrow, that pocket will be done. And I think I'm going to do it in this. And this is a mix of sequins that I had and a little bit of sequins from an Ellie Studio kit from a couple years ago, I believe. But so, I think that'll be enough for this time. And then I will have used all my Christmas sequins, and I need to think about next year. So I have lots of room to document today. And I'm thinking, so this will go here, that photo's there. I did pull out some phrases, and then some of my wood veneer in these books, just because I think it would be fun, since this is sort of book themed, to get some books somewhere in here. These are a little bit big, but I could pop like one of these on there. So we'll kind of play around with that. These are from Shadney. You can get her stuff on Etsy. She has lots of great wood veneer, but also buttons and acrylics and other stuff too. I did think, I've been using these words quite a bit. I like this one that says special tradition, or to go back more to a color theme, celebrate the season. And then I think if I do that, I'll move the wood veneer somewhere else. And then I also liked, oh, what fun. Probably that one the least. And then I also have love this. Sorry, I was talking to my best friend a lot tonight, so my voice is toast at the moment. That's what happens when I talk right now. Then I said last night that I wanted to get in some of my Ellie Studio here. And this is the 6x8.5 inch paper from this year. And immediately I saw there is a countdown paper here with numbers, and since books and numbers are kind of associated for me during the year because I do keep track of my reading. I think I'm at 100 and I finished a book today, so I think I'm at 178 books for the year, which that's crazy, you guys, that I've read that many books in a year. Even I think so. And I'm the one doing the reading. But I thought I might like to pull this in. And then, so I could do that here. I could do it up here. Kind of like the idea of doing it here, kind of next to that red. And then I remember seeing a striped paper. Now that I think about it, here it is. I'm wondering if I could bring this stripe in as well somewhere. I'm a little, not afraid, but concerned that if I grab that and that, I'm going to have those two together. Could we do it more like that? And then, so this could be something to document. I could also do some sort of journaling piece here, like a label or something. And then this, and I'm thinking this down here because it's so, there's a lot of weight to it because it's so dark. I'm kind of liking the way that's working out. And right here, I'm grabbing this tree and thinking, you know, kind of like the idea of a tree on this layout. I always take a picture of that book stack in front of trees anyway. And then that's Christmassy. So then I could do something with the book stack there. Kind of liking that. And I'm thinking I like that. The special tradition, I do like the special tradition, but I think I'm going to go with the color here, especially if I'm going to do it in this configuration. And then, yeah, really liking the way this is working out. Okay. Not quite sure what we're going to do here yet. That might involve some labels. And I do own labels for sure. I could also even add in like special words here. Oh, also, and I just thought of this. I forgot about this. I pulled out, because there's wood veneer here, but there's no wood veneer anywhere else. I did pull out this word joy. If you followed me before, you know I love the word joy all year long, but especially at Christmas. I'm not loving that on that background, though. I think that would work better on this background. So maybe not that, but I also have my wood veneer stars and hearts. And so I could always add that in if I do some sort of label here to that. So I think that's what we're going where I'm going with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this first paper 4 inches high. And then we'll cut a 3-inch piece. I'll pull that aside. I just want to tuck this and make sure that this works okay in here, because some of these pockets are a little bit tighter than others. And then I'm just going to add this tree right away. Oh, welcome, Plain Vanilla Grandma. That's awesome. Thank you. That's cool. So I'm going to add that tree in there. Now I've just covered up most of those numbers, but I think that's okay. You get the idea. And I said I want to use some Ellie Studio pieces. I'm going to go ahead and just add this Celebrate Season up there right away. So I like that. Instead of doing tons of looking for things, we're going to just do it tonight. And then I'm going to cut this piece into a 3-inch piece as well. And I think this might be a little bit, yeah, it is. It's a little bit longer, higher than a 3x4. Okay. So we have that. I like the green and the green. I do like this very merry as well. So now I'm looking at this and going, okay, we have a little bit of a cluster starting there. Can I get in a label or something here that I can just document that is my book stack for the season? So let me grab my labels. And I was going to say, I think I grabbed my navy labels. I did. So these are Ellie Studio labels here. I kind of like the idea of that shape in there. Oh, but there's other ones. Okay, let's do one of these that's a little bit bigger. I don't need a lot of space to document this because it'll be very simple. I also, now that I think about it, need a number on here. And I need some more wood veneer. And now that I'm looking at this, I have wood veneer here. It's almost like I should do wood veneer up there, but that is going to look a little bit funny. Although, one of the things I could do is I have labels here. So when I do a card like this, I like to use the same pieces back to back. Hey, Nancy, good to see you tonight. I like to do the same pieces back to back so that when I flip this, when the sequins are in here, I don't see that piece there. So that's a little thought about what I'm, thinking about what I'm going to do kind of going forward here. So off the top of my head, I'm going to go in here and I have some very small stars, really small stars. I'm going to add some of those in to that sequin mix so that I'll get the wood veneer feel in here, even if I don't have a lot of it in there. It'll echo from, kitty corner from each other. And I do think I also have some trees. I found one. Let me see if these are from an old Felicity Jane sequin mix. So I have a couple of those. I'll throw those in there too, since I have a tree on there. Let's see. And I don't mind having like some of these smaller ones to use later on too. I thought I saw another one in here I was going to grab. That's like this. There we go. Okay, I think I got most of them. So I've got, let's see. Oops. And then they start coming at me. So I have some stars, some trees. That feels like that'll be a good sequin mix for this. And then I've got the wood veneer going from kitty corner in my layout. And that's just repetition to enforce what I'm doing here. Okay, let's put that top on before I do something horrible. I'm going to pop all that back in. Oh, of course, I found another. I'm going to leave those other two trees out because I think I have, well, actually, there's a lot more than two more. There's another tiny little star, so I'll pop that back in there. I think I have plenty of tree wood veneer. They're pretty big. do that like that. So then we'll get that going across, and I could add some here and here as well too. We'll see what happens as I go forward. Okay, so I like that idea. I could repeat blue. So like I have this and that, so I could do that. What I'm going to do, sometimes you just need to wait. So I'm going to wait until I do my page tomorrow to put what's on here, if I put anything on there. Because I know I have 2 pictures that I could use for tomorrow. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use yet. And I don't want to add something here that I just have to take off because I decide to do something else. So that kind of makes sense. This I'm going to pull up a little bit. It was even with the bottom of this, and I don't like that. So I'm going to pull that up in there just a little bit there. Question, can I add a little wood veneer there? And I can actually do that. And glue that down a little bit more here so that it supports the weight of that wood veneer. These are from, Studio Calico used to make great stars, but they don't obviously make products well, they don't make products anymore. I shouldn't say obviously. It's been around a long time, you know that. But I found some wood stars on Amazon, which was great because I like using these. What I could do here, because that is so thick, I'm thinking what I want to do is add the wood veneer here. And then I could add another star up in here as well, and then put that here. Oh, and I need my date. So my question is to myself, do I do the date now, or do I think I'm going to put the date on there? Good question. I'm going to grab another star here. So we'll add 2 stars in here, but on the outside of the pocket, because these are so thick, and I think I talked about this last night, when they get really thick, any elements get really thick, your cards can slide out of the pocket, and I don't really love that. So we'll position that in there. This is a good candidate for the date spot as well, or I could put it there or down here, something like that. Let me think about that. Oops. Wood veneer flying everywhere here. This is sliding a little bit. That's okay. It will do that on the plastic. Sometimes it's a little hard to get the ATG going there, so I'll do what I just did, put it on my mat, and it'll go. Okay, so we have that, that, and that. And now the question is date. So let me grab my dates here and look at what we have to get in. This would be number 5. And right away I saw this in white. I'm thinking, could this, I just make that sort of organically work with that? Because then I don't need to figure out where else this could go. I don't love it right there. I actually kind of like it right there a little bit better. Yeah. It's subtle, but that's okay. All right, let's do that. So we have our day 5 on, and then I don't have to think about that until tomorrow. I can just get that on. I won't forget it. I know that that's there. We have our books on, just a little bit of journaling there. I also do always dates, like I put the 12/4/23 yesterday, even though I have the December 4th. The reason I do that is I scrapbook through the 1st of January. Do this through the 1st of January, which means that day 32 doesn't anymore coincide with the date number. So that's why I do that. So I think we're all done until, and I'll pop this in here because I think that'll be okay. I'll actually fuse it tomorrow, but you can kind of get an idea of what that's going to look like. So there we go. And there's a lot of confetti in there. I may just leave this as it is because there's so much, and not put anything on there, and just kind of let the fact that I have the wood veneer in there kind of marry it to the other 3 kind of pockets in there. And I think, unless I remember to go pick up red sequins, I know I have green, but I don't have any red. So I might, if I think about that, I might pick some up when I'm out and about tomorrow if I can find some, just in case. Because I do, when I do there's a page where you do 2 4x4s, and then there's a 2x8 strip here, and I really like to put confetti in those. And I don't want the confetti probably to only appear once, now that I think about it. And there's a lot in here. I could probably lessen that, but it'll make this shaker fun. So, thanks, Nancy. So that's kind of my, I don't like to do anything just once in the book, because then it sometimes can, design-wise, because that can look like a sort of a weird anomaly kind of a thing. So if I do, that sequin is bound and determined to stick to me and not go in the pocket. But it's just a more cohesive design sort of idea if you use things more than once throughout the book. And then at some point, I usually do this, and I'll probably do this with you like I've done lots of years, where I page through it and go, what am I missing? What haven't I done? What have I done once and might need to do again? That kind of stuff. What page protectors have I not used very much? So anyway, all right. So that's how that is going to work. You'll see that complete tomorrow. I'll do that, but little bit of regular product, but a lot of Christmas. And I finally got some LA Studio paper in here and some scraps, which is kind of cool that I got some scraps in there. Plus finally some of their die cuts as well. And I didn't know that I was going to enjoy these. That was really slangy. Is going to enjoy these like phrases as much as I have been. So that's kind of cool. That'll kind of continue throughout the book. So, all right, you guys, I think that's it for my page tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Not quite sure when I'm going to do my page. We'll see. I'm actually off tomorrow, so I might do it a little bit earlier in the day. I might do it a little bit later, depending on what is going on. So hope you guys are doing well. Hope your books are doing well if you're working on those. Thanks so much, Tammy. Again, welcome, Plain Vanilla Graham. It's nice to see a new subscriber. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.